So I always say at the beginning of my workshop, I always say, we're going to talk about the true-ish, and not so true stories behind murder ballads. Some of them are like directly linked to a historical event. Some of them like, where did you sleep last night? We have no idea where they came from. And then some are kind of in the middle. So this is an example of both a newer song. You asked if people are still writing these, and one that is a true-ish story. So this is actually, do you know Charles Wesley Godwin?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love him. I'm very, very into
West
his
Virginian.
music. Oh yeah. I saw him in Morgantown, I guess it would have been last year maybe. And he played this song that I had never heard of his. It's kind of a deeper cut, but he told the story about it. So I guess he was traveling. I think he said he was on tour in like 2005, going through Pennsylvania in Potter Township. And he was really struck by these cranes. They had these big old cranes doing this big construction project. And so he sort of made note of it. And then later on, he found out that the cranes were there because there was some kind of big like shell project being built. And in the middle of this big construction project, they had unearthed a body. And so, everybody sort of panicked and they thought they were going to link it to a cold case in the area. So they send the body off to be examined, and the coroner comes back and says, guys, this body is like really old, and they don't really know anything else about it. It went through, I think, a few different like rounds of kind of trying to figure out like historically where this body may have come from. But Charles Wesley Godwin wrote this song based on his experience with the story, which was basically what I just said. Not so much on the like hard facts of where this body actually came from. So it's a fictional story based on the real life finding of a body in this construction site, if that makes sense.
How fun.
Yeah.
So it can't be used in court as evidence.
Yeah, no,
Got it.
I think everybody in this story is completely made up, but I thought it was a really cool, just a really cool way to take like a blip of inspiration and turn it into something bigger. And it absolutely does build on that sort of like murder ballad tradition. It's a really cool song. So if you like it, be sure to check out his version because it's beautiful, of course.
Great choice. Take it away.
Claire was the mayor's daughter. Knees went weak when I saw her. We tussled for a summer when I walked in on her and Clyde. And so she'd often wander with every boy in Potter. Many suitors died with honor in the war between the states. And Clyde was a cavalryman. When he got home, to him she ran, but he had eyes for western lands and left her behind. So Claire settled down, her husband moved her out of town. They tried to lay her past to rest, hung up those evening gowns. Now Jeremiah was a logger. We all knew he was off his rocker. Thought Claire to be his lover. Much to her surprise, her children loved their mother. Towards their father she grew fonder. Her hair just turned blonder. Beauty stood the test of time. Then word got around that Clyde was back in town. By way of manifest destiny, he gained himself renown. In the year 75, 10 years after Lincoln died, Claire kissed the kids goodnight, snuck off to meet her old friend Clyde. Now Jeremiah saw his chance, his own twisted, sick romance. Denying his advances, Claire was never seen alive. He hung for what he'd done. We caught him bloody with his gun. He never told us where she lay, but I know that Claire would run. We never found that girl from Potter who'd so often wandered till more than a century later, a builder found her in the ground beneath the cranes of Potter. Where Jeremiah shot her, there lies the mayor's daughter. 2 feet down beneath the cranes of Potter. Hair no longer blonder beneath the cranes of Potter. In her finest evening gown.
Wow.
Isn't that gorgeous? I love that song.
That is so, he wrote that?
He wrote that, yep. The first time I heard it was he was playing it live in Morgantown, and it just, knocked the breath right out of me. It was stunning.
That's so good.
Yeah.